Okay.
Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to HLC Bookkeeping and Office Services. This is Christina Rue,
Christaroo.
and this is our Saturday Solutions by HLC, or HLC Saturday Solutions number 98.
98.
98.
Excellent.
We're almost at 100. We're
All
going to
right.
do something when we hit 100? I don't know.
And we are not late on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
We're having a big storm and we just were sitting and spinning. So we had to turn
Restart.
everything off, turn everything back on. So
It's all good.
it's all good. We're here.
It's a Saturday.
You're there. It's a
Mhm.
good thing.
That's right. That's right. Yep. So this is exciting fall. Fall. It's one of my favorite times of year. It's one of four favorite seasons for me. So, because I love them all.
It is
But
my favorite.
fall is awesome. I'm in my fall colors today. Thank you, Dina, for her top. And basically,
Does she know?
mm, don't know. She
She'll
does
find out.
now. Yeah. So basically, for this fall, this Saturday, um, we are talking about sales tax, advertising, blessings, and QuickBooks Quick Tips. But Chris is going to recap last week. And what's interesting is you don't have topic 1 and 2.
Why not?
I don't know. So I'm like,
I know we did a fall checklist
we
and a
did
QuickBook Quick Tip.
yes. But what was 1 and 2?
Seriously, why wouldn't I write it down?
I have
always
no
write it
idea.
down.
That's what I'm like. Wonder if she even saw that.
Nope.
Nope.
Maybe I should have looked at that. But the whole technical difficulties had me in a tizzy.
It does.
Hence why she's in my chair.
Yes.
'Cause I'm like, someone has to deal with this.
Fix it. It's all good. Everybody needs a fixer in their life, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
I was
Ask me
born
to
with
do
mine.
other stuff. I don't know. I don't know other stuff. This we can figure out.
That's it.
Okay, so let's get right to it.
We'll just get to it.
Yeah, because we were talking about sales tax because the 20th of every month, Pennsylvania sales tax is due if you're a monthly filer. Now, how do you know what type of filer you are? You get a letter at the beginning of every year telling you what type of filer you are.
Or an email.
Or an email if you sign up for email notifications. And if you don't know, you can log on to your MyPath account and it'll tell you
That's correct.
under the whole actions tab how often you have to file. So there's that too. Now, that's number 1. Number 2 for sales tax, because we're going into our next topic, vendor shows. We've had questions where people are like, I just do crafting. I don't really have to collect sales tax, do I?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. So if you're a business in Pennsylvania, you do.
And what you sell is taxable.
And
You
correct.
have to collect
And
it.
how do you know if what you sell is taxable? You have to go and look at the tax code.
Yeah. PA Department of Revenue. There's a nice little booklet that you can PDF.
Yep.
And it's broken down.
Yep.
If you do this, is it taxable? Yes or no? And it's very, very detailed. So
and people are like, well, yeah, but do I really have to?
yes,
there are things in life you just got to do.
That's right.
So if you're selling taxable items in the state of Pennsylvania,
then
you are to collect
tax.
sales tax and remit it to the
correct.
state. And you have to have what's called a sales tax license because that gives you the ability to sell taxable items in the state of Pennsylvania.
Correct.
So there's that. So I'm just letting you know. Yes, if you do vendor shows, if you create crafts and those crafts are taxable, you can answer your own question. Now, if you're selling clothing, clothing is not taxable in the state of Pennsylvania. Check it out. See what's taxable, what's not taxable, what you got to deal with.
That's right.
Okay. So there's that. And so that kind of blended together because we've gotten 3 questions this week about that because of different vendor shows coming up. So just keep that in mind. And I did have somebody ask, well, do they check on that? knock on wood, I've never been to a vendor show where there was a sales tax agent there.
But they could be.
But I do know people who have been at vendor shows where sales tax people show up. It's rolling the dice, folks. Rolling the dice. So just try to do things the right way, then you don't have to worry about it. That's just my default.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
If you do it right, you don't have to worry about it.
That's right.
All right. Then Krista wanted to share.
No, we were going into vendor shows. You wanted to talk?
I just talked about vendor shows.
No, but you wanted to talk about what you should bring and.
No, I didn't want to talk about that.
Oh,
we've talked about that before, making sure you have your, if you're going to attend a vendor show, what you have on your table that you're ready, raring to go. You can catch that on old episodes. I was talking about vendor shows in form of sales tax because that was a specific question.
Okay.
That somebody had.
Got it.
If they attended a vendor show, do they have to collect sales tax?
Okay.
Yes. So, yeah, and like they do have, we'll get into more with the merchant processing, but Krista had a very good experience this morning that she wanted to share.
Well, I was having lunch, and my break at lunchtime is I go onto Facebook and just watch cute videos while I eat. So, there was a gentleman who was mowing his yard, and his tree was really bent because it was so heavy with fruit.
What type of tree was it?
I don't know. I didn't even recognize the fruit. It could have been some sort of pear, not quite ripe yet, you know.
But yeah, there's pears on the ground at our place.
Yeah, pears, yummy. But and it occurred to him that trees bend in a storm. We're having a storm, but they also bend when they're full of their fruit, when they're full of their blessings that they're going to give to others.
Correct.
So he said, why do we always think when we're getting buffeted by life that because we have to bend, it's a bad thing? It's not. It could be God bending us because he's preparing the blessing to come. And I thought that was beautiful.
It's your time to be fruitful.
It's your time to be fruitful.
And it's perfect because this week in Bible study, we're going to talk about fruits of the Spirit.
There you go. Like, it's all coming together.
I know.
Thank you. I forgot what the topic was. Yes. All right. Good. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. So I thought that was a great perspective because so many times when we're getting bent by burdens,
yes,
I think,
yes,
bent by burdens when they're really not. They're the opportunity that you're going to be able to bear fruit.
Yeah, and sometimes you're like, why am I bending? Why?
Sometimes there's lessons to be learned.
That's right. I just thought,
I was like,
when he said that, I was like, yes! Like, we gotta start thinking of things positively.
That's what Krista
said. So much negativity.
She said, I wasn't here this morning because I was at a client, but she stood up and she's like, I was yelling, I was screaming, I was so happy. Because sometimes your soul just needs to hear that.
It does.
Yeah.
It did need to hear it. So be a blessing to others. Go forth and multiply with those blessings. Be a part of the solution, not the problem.
How many metaphors are you going to throw
I don't know. There could be more.
Okay. All right. You should run for office. All right. So anyway. Okay. So now we have sales tax, advertising, vendor shows, blessings versus the bending of burdens. Yeah. So then we have here, the other thing we wanted to talk about is, once again, I got an email from the Intuit, which is the parent company of QuickBooks. And they are sending out to their QuickBooks Online people that they are implementing a program where everybody's now eligible for, I shouldn't say everybody, but
Right.
you now
Can
can
apply.
pre-qualify to have a merchant processing account because you have a software with them. So if you haven't gotten that email and are interested in turning on merchant processing, it's in your settings menu. If you go under the gear icon on the right, settings, and then over on the left hand side, there's a little tab that says payments. And you can go in there, submit your application, that sort of thing. So that's a great way. Then you can start collecting invoice payments right through the QuickBooks
Mm-hmm.
software. You don't have to then receive a payment, make a deposit because the software will do it for you. So it's a great time saver.
And
Um,
again, when you're at trade shows, they can
mhm,
buy something right there and you can
right through
process
the
the payment.
system. Yeah, because if you use your phone as and use the payment solution on your phone, that's easy peasy for people. You can get a QR code. What are they called?
That
There's little
sounds right.
there's little black and white codes that you can have people scan and then they can pay right then and there. So there's lots of ways to get paid quickly with the QuickBooks software. So I just wanted to let you know because that just came out, I think 2 weeks ago.
I
I saw
didn't even
that.
see it.
Maybe it was just this week, but it was
Yeah.
on my mind. Like, oh, we should tell people about that. So I'm telling you about it now. You know.
Okay.
So there you go for QuickBooks Online. Now to turn on in desktop, where do you turn on payments in desktop? I don't even know that.
It's
That
I think it's under banking
that's a to
and
be. Oh
it's a
yeah,
drop
probably.
down.
We'll
Yeah.
double check that. That'll be a to be continued, and maybe we'll go ahead and talk about
Yeah,
that. So I'm
because
going to
it's
put a
under
note.
banking, merchant
I
processing.
think.
Then there's another little arrow. You click the arrow, and
Hmm.
it's right there.
Yeah. And again, September 30th, QuickBooks, if you have not upgraded to QuickBooks 2024 or purchased QuickBooks 2024
Desktop,
desktop, then you will be no longer
Pro or
able to use
Premier.
it in
That's
Pro and
correct.
Premier. Enterprise is still available.
Right.
All right. I feel like I talked quickly.
We had a lot to say.
We did. And we were worried because we were, of course,
We were so
late because of the
late. I
storm.
know.
We don't like to waste people's time. We want to be, what is that called? Respectful.
That's right.
If you tuned in at 2 o'clock, we wanted to be here at 2 o'clock. So we were close, maybe, whatever. But anywho, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, please feel free to go ahead and let us know. Office at yourhlc.com. And then we have 724-561-7460. Um,
HLCbookkeeping.com.
is the website.
Yep.
So lots going on. Fall gets really crazy busy because kids are back to school. So now there's more pools on your time. So just remember to take a break, rest and relax when needed, and don't be afraid to communicate that. Because Crystal was like, after we do the Facebook Live, we need to do this, this, and this. And I'm like, hold,
I need a break.
hold.
Yes. No, but don't forget, October, you should be sending information to your accountant so
Mhm.
they can start thinking about tax planning.
Correct. Once you get September all reconciled,
Mhm,
get
mhm.
that over because especially if you're going to have a decent sized tax burden, you want to have time to mitigate that. If you've been saving for equipment, that would be a great time to buy the great big trucks.
Right.
um, those storage buildings I found out this year are 100% expensible if they don't have a foundation.
I don't give
I
tax
didn't
advice
know that. I
because
don't
they're
give
not.
tax advice, I receive tax advice.
Check
I
with your
received it.
accountant.
Yeah, make
Check with
sure
your
because
accountant.
maybe it's just because of
Just
that
in that
client's
specific
industry. I don't
industry.
know.
Don't know.
But yeah, but those are things to think about. So just make sure that you're staying cognizant of that so you don't get, and you should be making estimated payments throughout the year. So, like, if you haven't made them and you're going to have a hefty tax burden,
Start
start making
making them.
them so you don't get hit real hard on April.
That's right. And then
Mm.
remember then November budgeting. Bum 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 bum.
I'm sure we'll hear more about that. I'm positive. I'm positive about
It's so much fun.
it. Okay. I'm working on a budget this weekend, so it'll
Okay.
be fun.
It'll be joy pop.
Yes.
All right.
Hope everybody
See you
has a
next week.
wonderful Saturday. Stay dry in the rain. Stay out of the lightning.
That's right. That's good advice.
Good
Good
advice.
advice. All right.
Bye,
Bye
everybody.
bye.